Hey guys, it's Ronnie with Most Hated Sonic. I told you guys in the intro video we're receiving new turbos from Marine Air Research. They came in today, so we are going to put them on and give you a little heads up on how they go and how we like them. There are the pretty new turbos. Just like I said, they're billet wheel, 69 millimeters. They're custom housings, their custom center sections, and their custom coating on all of the center sections and housings. They are S300 base, just like a Borg Warner, with all of their goodies inside. We are replacing them old ones back there, just basic S366s, for these bad boys. We'll give you here an update within the next day or so. We got the new turbos on. They were a little different on the cold side. We had to put different couplers on it, and the cold side compressor housings were a little too big, so we had to grind on them a little bit to get them to fit right, but they're on, so data will be coming today.
What's up, guys? It's Ronnie with Most Hated Sonic again. Just like I told you a couple minutes ago that we got the turbos on, ready to go. We're actually out now. We're going to get some testing done, get some logs for one, and we'll let you know how they go. We got both laptops set up back here, as you can see, and let's see how it goes.
All right, guys, well, there you have it. We got the new turbos on. Marine Research Technology definitely took care of me. They're definitely working better. The spool was actually a little faster. The cruise speed's a little faster. We picked up probably 3 miles an hour just in cruise speed, just because of how much better the air flows through the turbos. Which I was actually surprised. I wasn't expecting that to happen. All in all, it's been good. From the logs, it looks like it's picked up a good amount of airflow through the mass air versus the old turbos, a good amount. So it's definitely showing promising. We have room for more boost now when we turn it up on the race gas for Lodo. We're at the point now is as we're turning it up, it's not going much faster, just for the simple fact is the prop slip is getting worse. On 20 pounds, where the boat would run like 100, 101, 102, it was around 11.5%, 12% prop slip, which is actually really well. You kind of want to have these boats around anywhere from 10 to 12%, which is actually a really good slip percentage. So we did the calculation after we got back to the pier. The boat spun around 6,900 RPM, where normally it was around like 66, 67. So with the calculations, the boat did go 107. So we picked up a mile an hour. Didn't change any boost level. It did pick up a mile an hour up top. It was very hot out, humid. I wasn't even expecting it to pick up anything, to be honest with you, just to how bad the weather was when we went out there. The conditions were not, in my opinion, good to try to make more power or try to go faster. So that was a bright side too. It picked up a mile an hour, which, that could have been wind, tides, whatever. Everything is definitely promising, but with the prop slip now it's time to prop test for the shootout. I don't want to add any more power to it right now. We're going to do a whole health check on the whole motors, go through everything, make sure everything's good, and try to get a couple sets of props we can try before we actually go forward anymore with this. If we add more boost to it, I personally don't think it's going to pick up that much. If it does, it might pick up maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour, which is a good amount, but with the amount of boost that we want to put in it, it's not significant enough. So our plans is to go another 5 to 7 pounds. My guess is I'd like to for it to pick up another probably 5 to 7 mile an hour at minimum. And like 2 or 3 mile an hour what it would have made picking it up, you know, trying to turn the boost up the way it is, it's just not worth it. You're just straining the motors more, and basically you're just kind of like, I guess you can kind of think of prop slip as a clutch slip in a car world. As you create more horsepower, obviously a clutch will start slipping. So basically it's the same thing a prop does. As you create more horsepower, you're going to have to get a bigger, better clutch versus, you know, just like a bigger, better prop. So that's what our plans are. I don't really have much more to say towards this. The logs look promising. Everything looks promising. The new turbos definitely are better. They look better. They sound better, as you can hear in the video clips, and they're actually working better. The IETs are probably about the same, maybe a little bit hotter because of it creating more airflow. I really don't know which way to go with the whole air to water situation. We have air to water intercoolers on it, but we can't put ice in them. It's not really something that we don't have room for. So basically what it does is it just runs the seawater through the intercooler. And I'm not sure if we should have them flowing more or try to figure out some way to cool them down better. So that's pretty much where we're at. Obviously, if you want to, you know, you get colder IETs, you're going to make more horsepower. But that's going to be for maybe next year or something along those lines. With the meth injection, and when we put it on race gas for down Lodo, we will be fine and safe. So other than that, I don't really have much more to go with this one. Look out for the next video. The next video will probably be prop testing and probably race gas for Lodo. I'm going to guess probably late July, maybe early August. We just want to make sure everything's happy with the motors before we start going out there and really turning the boost up. And everything seems good, but you know, it's always good to do a health check when you're making this kind of horsepower. So we'll get back to you on doing prop testing and all that stuff. I'm not sure if we're going to go a route of doing the lowers yet, or the lower units yet or not. That will be still determined, but we definitely do need to get some sets of props out there. I want to try to keep the RPM around 66 to 6,700. It seemed like the boat really liked it around that RPM range. And I guess that's because that's kind of where like peak RPM and peak torque are with the stock intake manifolds. And that was my whole reason for keeping the stock intake manifolds. So I didn't really have to spin these things to 7,500, 8,000 to make the horsepower that we wanted to make. So, but that's it. I don't want to keep rambling. Thanks for guys for watching. Please share, like, subscribe. I want to really get this thing going. I really want to be able to have more videos out there. I did just buy nice microphone or noise cancellation. So next time we have out on the boat, you won't hear the wind blowing through the microphone or none of that stuff. This is kind of new to us, so we're learning as we're going. So yeah, if you have any questions, hit us up on YouTube or our Instagram or our TikTok. We'll put some links below for our TikTok as well. We have a really good following on TikTok. We have a bunch of videos of the boat on there as well. So we'll put a link below for the TikTok. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.